All right, we're going to get started with session 2 of the Style Icon Makeover. Today, we're talking about finding your style superpower. My name is Afton Porter. I am your life coach and fashion stylist for the next few days. And I am grateful to have you here and to be teaching this content to you. It's going to help you find your style superpower. What we wear matters, ladies. What we wear matters. And so many times we'll just be running around and just winging our mornings or winging our outfits. And what kind of results do we get when we're winging it? Not very effective results anytime you wing it, whether it's what you wear in the morning or how your day is going to go or a presentation. Being more prepared and intentional in what we're doing is going to pay back. It's an investment in yourself in those mornings, but you get a payback big time. So when your mom had told you, I don't know if growing up, if your mom had said, you need to dress for the part that, you need to dress for success. And there's so much truth to that, but they didn't have the science to back it up. And we've got the science now, and it is so fascinating why that actually works. And before we go into finding your style superpower, I want to explain to you the science a little bit behind it and why it's so important. There was a study done. And what they did was, and if you've been here with me for a little while, you've heard this story, but it's so important to understand. So there was a study done, and they took a group of people and they were given white doctor's coats, and they put it on, and they took they were tested with this doctor's coat on. Then they took another group of people given the exact same coat, but we're told it's a painter's coat. And they got different results with the test. Those that were wearing the doctor's coat scored higher on their test than the other group. They had to be physically wearing the coat. It couldn't be in the room. It couldn't be on a chair next to them. They tested all these different hypotheses. They had to physically put that coat on. When they did that, their brains operated at a higher level. They were able to be more creative, and they were able to just be able to accomplish more and do more, even though they didn't do any more. They did not study for this test. They didn't do any more work other than putting on that coat, and they scored higher. And the reason why this worked is because there's this general understanding of a doctor. So a doctor is highly educated. A doctor has to go through a lot of, education and testing to get to that position. So when the people put on the doctor's coat, they turned into that doctor. They stepped up. They elevated their thoughts. Their brain elevated without them even realizing it to the doctor level at the highest level that they could. Of course, there's nothing of, we love our painters, but there's just a different idea brain-wise, education-wise. So there wasn't this inner elevated area when they put on the painter's coat, even though it was the exact same coat. And I find this fascinating with the brain. And when I learned about this study, it's called enclothed cognition. When I learned about that and was studying the image coaching, and I put those together with my clients, with their style and helping them find their style superpower, not just look stylish. Okay. When they find their style superpower, that elevates them, right? But when you add the self-image that we talked about yesterday, if you haven't watched that, be sure to watch the replay. I sent an email out with the replay. And if you're getting my text messages, you would have gotten that last night as well. But when you add the image, that elevates you too, right? And so the style will bring you up to a whole new level. And another example, if you have children, or maybe you've witnessed this, like nieces and nephews, when they put on a superhero costume, put on Superman, they could put on, what's the Frozen character that was really big a while back, but Anna and Elsa, when they put on these outfits, the kids just turn into a superhero, right? They turn into that character immediately. No one has to teach them what they do, right? They have their own idea of who that character is. And when they put that suit on, they immediately turn into them, and they are effortlessly being that character. My goal for my clients and for you this week is to find your style superpower so that you too can find the clothes that not only look good on you, but allow you to step into your inner style icon, to have you up level and elevate your thoughts without extra work, elevate what you're doing in your life, whatever it is, as you wear your style superpower. And the way that you find your style superpower, the first step is to, and I call this a style journal. It's similar to a regular journal that you would have to write your thoughts and feelings in. You have a separate planner for what you plan on your day going like, right? You have your planner of what your appointments are, your schedule, what you want to get done. That goes in another book. And I also believe that as you are planning your outfits, that would go in a separate area. Your style journal is all about what you have worn. And we're going to go in detail of what's going to be included in that to help you find those pieces. But this is the thing. Americans only wear 20% of their closet. That means 80% of the clothes in your closet are cluttering up what you truly, truly love. And it's really hard to find your style. We have this idea of how many clothes that we should, hold on to, even though like when you look in your closet, you see all your clothes, but then you're like, I don't have anything to wear. Like you're still scrambling in the morning. It actually takes 20 minutes for the average person to find something to wear to put on. I don't know if yours is shorter or longer than that, but it's like, ooh, this, maybe, no, maybe this, like you don't really love what you have in your closet. And maybe there are, pieces that you do, but it's just so cluttered with so many things that it's just uninspiring to go and grab your clothes in the morning. And we're not going to go through, we just did a whole closet cleanse in in the Style Guide Society programs, but knowing what you love and having that at the forefront of your closet is so important. But you might not even know what you love, because it seemed like our generation, we grew up and we're like, anything goes. Like we didn't learn the style principles. You could wear whatever, right? And so what ends up happening is you don't really know what the style principles are, and we don't really know what we love because we were just told anything goes. And so we weren't taught anything. And it's not anything, it's not our fault. It's not our mother's fault. It's just like, we just never learned what they were. And so it has you go through, and we're going to go through the steps in the style journal. But I believe that as we go through that, you will be able to uncover some of those different styles, and you're going to, in the end, create your own style guides from clothes in your closet. So number one, you're going to record what you actually wore. So you have a planner of what you intend on wearing. Your style journal is you're going to record what you actually wore. I want you to include your accessories, your shoes, your shirts, your pants, skirts, everything that you wore in that outfit will get recorded in your style journal. And the reason that we do this is because you have some great outfits in there, and sometimes we forget, like we wear a great outfit that you felt really good in, and then you forget what it is. But keeping track of how you feel, because you're going to do a scale of 1 to 10, and you want it to be in the 8, 9, 10 category of how you felt in that outfit. Anything below that, we want to work on and start creating an outfit that you feel 8, 9, 10 is good for your outfit. Okay. But be specific too, like add some feeling words. How did you feel? How did you do in your duties that day, or however you needed to do? Now, a lot of times, and this is one thing I want to stress on our style superpower, the clothes that we wear affect how we feel. It's not the other way around. Our feelings don't change the clothes, right? Like, so for example, a lot of times people will wake up and they don't feel very inspired, and they're going to gravitate to an unintentional outfit that's going to match how they feel, right? So you don't want to say, what do I feel like wearing today? Your question is, how do I want to feel today? And then choose your outfit by that way. So if you want to have a cozy afternoon, snuggle up by the fire with your hot chocolate and a book, then you're going to want to go grab an outfit that's going to help facilitate that casual, relaxing experience. But if you need to be on your A game, you're not going to want to go grab your yoga pants. And I know those people who are working from home that really want to wear like your lounge wear at work. It is affecting how you're showing up for work. 100%. I recommend to my clients that you are still getting dressed for work. It doesn't have to be as formal if you're used to wearing a suit or, a skirt, or, however you do it, but it needs to be at the level that you want to feel for work. So you get to decide what that is, but loungewear and needing to be on your A game, they're not in alignment. Okay. So you'll just have to figure out what your style superpower for that level of work that you need to achieve. You're going to experiment. You're going to try different things in your style journal by recording how you felt after you wore the outfit. Number 2. Okay. So number 1 was record what you wore and then list what it is that you wore. The color, the style. So what type of clothing was it? Was it high-waisted jeans with a wide leg? Was it, a skirt, knee length? Like, list this type of clothing it was, color, shoes, accessories, all the things. Number 2 is to rate it 1 to 10, and including how you feel with the verbiage. Okay. And number 3 is you're going to track how often you wear that item. You want to know if this is a piece that you really want to, when it's time to replace it, you want to invest in a good investment piece, or is this something that you're just going to want to, buy a lower budgeted item? Budgeting your money and being intentional with your money is important for your wardrobe, because so many women waste. There's so much money in their closet that they're not wearing. And so being aware of where your financial resources are going and how much you're spending on those is also important. It's an important part of living your dream life. And knowing how often you wear a piece is important. And every time you wear it, it lowers the price of the item. So a lot of times I'll say, if you wouldn't pay full price for the item, you probably shouldn't buy it on sale, because what's going to happen is you really don't like it. Even though you want to I get excited for a good deal if that was something that you would have paid full price on. But if you buy something that was $10 that you really don't love, that's like still money hanging in your closet. Not to mention, that's a whole nother lesson on fast fashion and why it's so cheap and all the things that go along with that. But you pay $10 for a shirt or $25 for a shirt, and you could maybe spend $150 for an item, but you're wearing it every week somehow in your closet. That price per wear is going to be lower than your cheap item that you didn't really love. So knowing your price per wearing is important. So you just keep track of how often you wear it. So number 4 is you're going to create in your style journal your own style guide with the clothes that you have in your closet. Now, this style journal can be digital. Some of my clients have a digital style journal where it's done on like a Google Doc or on their phone. And then some people have like a composition book. Either way, it doesn't matter. Okay, whatever you feel more comfortable with, it just depends on your preference. You might have both. But for your style guides, you're going to want to keep a record of those 8, 9, and 10 scale outfits and write them out. So when you are getting ready in a hurry, or take a picture of it, and you have that outfit ready to go, you're prepared, you know you can have an outfit ready. And you could even list like where you'd wear it to, like work outfits, lunch with friends, right? So you can categorize them in either way for each outfit. But creating your own, who doesn't need a style guide of your own clothes? And then you're also, if you have a shirt and then you have like 5 different outfits that you can wear with that shirt, you could do that with as many pieces as you want, and then categorize it in your different areas for work, for play, however you want to do that. Any questions about that so far? Go ahead and put any questions in the Q&A, or you can raise your hand if you want to go live in a little bit. Okay. Now, another thing that tends to get neglected a little bit is replacing pieces. And when I go to the grocery store, let's use that as an example, and I don't have a shopping list, I just will buy all kinds of crap that I don't need. Like I am buying, it just looks good, or, maybe I'm just hungry and I just want some different things. But when I have a list and I go to the grocery store, I'm a lot better than randomly trying to think of what I need at home and just throwing more things in the shopping cart. When I'm more intentional at the grocery store, I buy what I need and I don't waste a lot of money on buying things that I don't need. And when I'm shopping for a client, I do the same thing. I have a plan for what they need and what I'm going to need to buy for them and what I'm looking for. And everything else, I'm not paying attention to it. And that is what I recommend for you as well. Is when you go shopping, you're going to have a list in your style journal of the clothes you need to replace. What do you need? That way, when you go and you're hitting those, after Christmas sales or winter, when all the winter clothes are going on sale, and you're not just buying things that because that, it's a good deal or it's on sale and you just don't need them. As you're going through your outfits every day, write down what is probably going to need to be replaced at the end of the season. That's a great time to replace when things are on sale, right? Or you could write them down. So sometimes what I will do is I'll have a pair of boots, and I know at the end of the season, they're not going to last another winter. Even in Arizona. So I know that those are going to get thrown away at the end, and I might forget when it gets to the next winter season here or fall season in Arizona. So I have it in my style journal that I need to replace those. And it helps me know what's coming up, helps me plan, be intentional, create the wardrobe that I want, using my financial resources responsibly. And then I'm not like caught off guard when I need a pair of boots and then I don't have them because I had thrown them away, and I don't want to hold on to them because they should not be worn another season. Right. So that would go on your list of replacements. Also on there could be repairs. If you have some good quality shoes or anything that needs to be mended, anything that needs to be altered, are all things that could go on that list as well. But having a replacement list on that or a repairs list is super critical to keeping your wardrobe up and running and looking clean. You don't have to wear expensive shoes or expensive clothes, but you do want to make sure that the clothes that you are wearing are in good condition. No peeling, no stains. If there's any holes that need to be done, either mend them yourself or find someone who could do it for you. Toss things that are no longer wearable. And especially if your inner style icon would not be wearing those worn out clothes, it's time to toss or donate if they're in good enough shape to be donated, or consignment to sell. If it's an item that you paid a lot of money for, but you no longer need or wear it or fit into it, and you don't want to hold on to it, get some of that cash back and find a consignment. There's a lot of local consignments in my area, and then there's a lot online too. So those are all options to really clean out your closet and make sure that what you have in there is going to work into your style icon. Okay. And number 6 on the list is a wish list. So I'm all for having, a list of items that you would love to have, but it's not on your list to buy, like a need to buy. So you have a need to buy, need to replace, to keep your wardrobe in good running order so you can create outfits that you love and be able to have those good core pieces. And then you have a wish list where, it would be so fun to have a certain purse, a certain, pair of shoes or an outfits or earrings or whatever it is that you think it would be great. And then when you find it, whether maybe that's when you'd buy it on sale, or maybe when you find it, maybe it's a hard to find item like an antique or vintage, then you can grab it when you have it. Or, if you have like a Valentine's or, Christmas or some type of a gift and someone needs to know what you want, then they can find it, or you can, you have access to it. So those are some key things to have in your style journal to be sure that you are finding what your style superpower is, being aware of what it is. So the doctor's coat worked because of a lot of people's feelings on the doctor's coat, but with their own personal style, it's going to vary. What my style superpower is going to be different than your style superpower. What is in it in you, or in you? How do you feel about, like, some people love wearing dresses. Some people love wearing high heel shoes. Some people love wearing black, right? It could be a color, right? For sure. Some people love wearing lots of color, bright colors. Pay attention to design, like patterns, florals, stripes, like what it's in everything. So that's why I'm asking you to keep track of the cuts of the clothing that you like and the color. What is the pattern on it? And as you keep track of this in your 30-day plan, and I have something that's going to go along with this for your 30-day plan that we're going to do on Thursday, but you could start thinking about it now, because I'm telling you, it is not worth having anything in your closet that's going to be less than 8, 9, 10. For sure, anything below a 5 needs to go. If you don't put that on and feel amazing in it, it's not superficial. It's not selfish. It is literally affecting how you are showing up in your life every single day. And every day, our days make up weeks, make up the month, and months make up our year. Years make up our life. And showing up less than our best every single day is going to be affect our lives and how we show up and how other people are influenced and helped by us. So super important to find your style superpower so that you can create the life that you want. Create your personal style and design your life. And tomorrow we're going to go into how you can become your own personal stylist. So this piece was finding your personal style, like being able to weed out those things that you love, and that's going to activate that enclosed cognition. So now you know what that means when I mention it. Tomorrow, we're going to go into how you are going to be your own personal stylist and style yourself. Okay. So with using what you found, how can you take your style and elevate that to the next level? All right. So any questions? I don't see anything in the Q&A. Does anyone have any questions today or want to come on live and ask a question? You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand or post a comment in the Q&A. All right. Well, I don't see anything. So I hope to see you tomorrow. We're going to be live here again, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, and we'll get this party started. I'll send you a replay and we'll talk to you later. Have a great day and start your style journals.